For almost 70 years, Thailand has been a member of the United Nations, the only international organization with universal membership whose primary missions are to maintain international peace and security, promote and protect human rights, and support sustainable development. The UN's ultimate goal of creating durable global peace and security is only made possible by the support and cooperation of its member states. Since 1950, Thailand has participated in over 20 UN peacekeeping missions and other UN operations, including in the Korean Peninsula, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Cambodia, Timor-Leste, Burundi, Haiti, and Sudan. Thailand believes that peace is necessary to create favorable conditions which are conducive for development, hence mutual prosperity for all. Peace and security, human rights, and development are intertwined and cannot be tackled in isolation. When Thailand served in the United Nations peacekeeping operation in Timor-Leste, Thai peacekeepers were responsible for ensuring the safety and security of the local communities. In addition, Thai peacekeepers also shared their knowledge and development experiences from the royal projects, as well as transferred appropriate agricultural techniques to help the local communities there. In the maintenance of peace and security, the contributions of both men and women are needed. While the presence of female peacekeepers on the ground is still minimal, the international community recognizes that women are effective agents of change in a society and can contribute significantly towards durable peace. The United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 on Women, Peace and Security and its subsequent resolutions have consistently called for the integration of a gender perspective in all UN peacekeeping missions and increased participation of women in all stages of peace operations, including conflict prevention, conflict resolution, peacekeeping, and peace building. Here are some perspectives of women from different sectors of Thai society on the importance of women's contribution to peace and security.
Within UN itself, it has come up, even structurally, from UNIFEM and Women's Division to UN Women. Still though, I don't think UN Women has teeth, as I have suggested to the administrator of UN Women that they better link up with CEDAW better. Otherwise, you don't have the mechanisms to monitor their resolutions or their agreed conclusions that they have at the CSW every year. So we still have a long way to go. In the near future, if we don't work hard enough, it will again be very slowly moved towards a goal. And I don't think the nonchalant attitude that a lot of us have, member states and so on, and UN high-level people, if you still don't take it seriously, you might have too long way to go. The balancing act between the genders should help integrating all the work, whether you talk about armed conflicts, development, whatever areas you talk about. UN itself should begin a lot of proactive work to explain what kind of functions of so-called peacekeepers can do. Because sometimes people misunderstand that peacekeeping groups are military or police only, and they have the background on combating technology or whatever it is, which I don't think is true. But it needs to be explained in concrete terms so that the member states will know that, these are the functions. I can send this person and this person. The women can apply for it or, be selected. And they have to look that, I'm here to serve you, not to order you, to tell you to do something. I'm here to serve you to do whatever you want to do. And that's an agent of change. You change people, not to go to tell them to change. You have to change yourself first and go and serve them. And then you can become an agent of change.
From my experience on the ground, like since I was working as a military observer, when we go on patrol, go to villages and IDP, so it's easier for us to approach to the women and children. In those kind of areas, sometimes they have some kind of human rights violations, like raping or some kind of abuse. So if the guys ask them, that will be shameful and that will be difficult to talk about it. So it will be a lot easier to talk between women. We as a woman, even though we look soft, but we are able and we are capable to do so many things equally as some others as well. And then that would be some kind of good influence in this kind of conflicts that happening a lot in all around the world.
When the female UNPO approach to the people or to the case is big different with the men, because we are like a mother. We are like a mother by nature. When we treat the people, we treat like our children. We touch, we hug. It's different with the man, because men only always use the power. But for women, we touch. Everybody know when you touch with love or not, with care or not. It's better in the future if we increase the female UNPO in the ground, in the mission. The situation will change. We not only use force, we not only use power.
I know many female officers would like to do this kind of job, for peacekeeping operations. But think about that, there are lots of problems. The sexual gender-based violence comes from male mostly. So I think we would take that chance to mention that, okay, well, we can handle this kind of problem better than male. In some cases, most of the cases, I think, because of the female, so we made the victims feel comfortable.
Women can play quite an active role in peace and security, peacekeeping, and they can be so-called change agents, because they can try to convince people to do things properly. As far as Thailand is concerned, I think we have done our part. We have encouraged women to take part in all peacekeeping operations for the past few decades. And also we have prepared women to be ready to take part in this kind of operations. So for Thailand, we have done our part in trying to promote women to take part in all these operations. But I think it's not enough, because women can also be active in the decision-making level. So member states and also UN itself should try to provide more opportunity for women to take part in all levels of operations, because though we are seen as soft, but then we are strong inside and we have quite good decision making. So in all, you should give more opportunity for women to take part in all operations of the UN. For Thailand, we will try to do more. For the past few years, we have prepared women to be ready to take part in all operations around the world. And in the future, we believe that we will try to get more women in the decision-making level in the UN as well.
In a crisis, women are among the most vulnerable, but that's just one side of reality. women are also agents of change and contributors to peace and security. That's why a gender perspective should be fully integrated in all aspects of work of the UN on peace and security, including its peace operations. For peacekeeping operations where the UN relies very much on contributions from member states, enhanced visibility and participation of women should start with their visible representation in member states' domestic organizations. This will subsequently be reflected in their nominations to international organizations. Member states should encourage involvement of their own women in the work of the UN, while at the same time, at the UN, representation of women at all levels, whether on the ground or at the decision-making level, should also be a conscious effort of the organization. It is Thailand's conviction that women should have space and voice in the decision-making process of their own organization, country, and beyond.